I had just returned from a 2-week field assignment when I drove up to the lakeside property I inherited from my late grandfather, nestled among the pines. It was more than a cabin, it was a piece of family history. But as I turned onto the gravel path, my jaw dropped. Where the cozy log cabin once stood, there was nothing but splintered wood, crushed beams, and a torn-up foundation. A bold red notice was staked into the dirt, structure removed due to unpaid HOA fees. Here's the kicker. I wasn't part of their HOA. Before I could process the sight, a woman in an oversized sun hat strutted up with a clipboard. "You'll need to speak with the HOA board if you want to rebuild. We warned you about the fees," she said smugly. I took a deep breath, fighting the urge to laugh. This woman had no idea who she was dealing with. My family wasn't just patriotic, we were federal agents. My father was FBI. My brother worked for Homeland Security. My sister was DA, and I myself was with the U.S. Marshals Service. That night I called a family meeting. One by one, they arrived at the ruined cabin site, shaking their heads in disbelief. "They demolished federal property without jurisdiction," my father growled. My brother smirked. "Sounds like organized fraud to me." My sister already had her camera out, documenting every nail, every splinter, every shred of evidence. The HOA thought they could bully me into paying fees for a neighborhood I didn't belong to. What they didn't realize was that in tearing down my cabin, they'd crossed into federal crime territory, destruction of private property. Mail fraud, harassment, and even impersonation of law officers, since they'd been handing out fake citations. 2 days later, we attended the HOA meeting. The board sat smugly at the front of the clubhouse, sipping lattes. I calmly introduced myself, slid my badge across the table, and let the silence hang. Then my father placed his FBI credentials beside mine. My brother followed with Homeland Security. My sister with D. The board's faces drained of color. "You demolished my family's property under false authority," I said evenly. "That makes this a federal case." The room erupted. Karen, the sun hat woman, sputtered excuses. But it was too late. Within weeks, indictments rolled out. Fraud, conspiracy, property, destruction, you name it. The HOA was dismantled, its leaders facing prison. As for me, I rebuilt the cabin, stronger than before. And every time I sit on the porch, watching the lake shimmer in the sunset, I smile knowing that arrogance and corruption met their match because my family was the wrong one to mess with. * For more interesting and heart-touching stories, hit the subscribe button now.